Hi, I'm Simon Bartold. I'm the Global Manager for Strategic Footwear Programs at Salomon, and I'm here to talk to you about, well, I was going to say relax because we love to relax, but I'm going to talk to you about running footwear. And I want to talk to you today about two terms that have sort of come into our running vernacular, and those terms are StackHt and drop. And I think both those terms have kind of been endowed with magical powers for runners that somehow, if you change to a particular stack height, you might not get injured ever again. And of course, that's not true. So I just want to simplify these terms for you so you can understand it, and it might better help you to choose a shoe. So when we talk about the drop, we're simply talking about the difference in millimeters of the height between the midsole underneath the metatarsal heads here and the midsole height underneath the heel. And it's always expressed in millimeters. Typically, we talk about drops of maybe 4, 6, or 10 millimeters. So, for example, if we had a 10 millimeter drop in a shoe, then we might have 20 millimeters under the heel and 10 millimeters under the forefoot. The differential is 10 millimeters, so it's 10 millimeter drop. This shoe actually has a 6 millimeter drop, so you can imagine that this might have maybe 16 under the heel and 10 under the forefoot. The difference is 6. So it's a 6 millimeter drop. Now the stack height is the actual measured measurement of the material underneath the heel and underneath the forefoot. It's quite controversial because a lot of people don't measure the outsole, and you can see the outsole has some thickness to it. It's normally around about 3 or 4 mil, and they also often don't include the sock liner, which is on the inside of the shoe. But I think for standardization, we tend to usually talk about the height of the actual midsole material, plus the outsole, plus the insole, underneath the heel and underneath the forefoot, and that's the stack height. I hope that makes sense to you. A very typical stack height in a cushioning shoe would probably be 24 millimeters and 14 millimeters, and the drop therefore would be 10 millimeters. Clear as mud, that's stack height and drop. I hope you enjoyed that.